You ready? Can you push anywhere? Get to that next tree, ready?
Yep.
Alright, go!
What is the cyclic rate of this thing?
600 rounds a minute?
600 rounds a minute. How many rounds are in that can?
250.
Can be held in the can.
250.
Yep. Which means not a whole lot of time you'll be firing. These things were not just hold the trigger and fire. This wasn't a 250 round burst weapon. This was a controlled burst of a few rounds at a time. What was the main priority for machine gun squads?
Suppressing fire.
In order to
Help your allies move forward.
say again?
Help your allies.
Yes, advance the infantry. The rest of the infantry had the BAR and Garand's pretty much. This has a lot more firepower than a 20 round box mag for the BAR. Same caliber, albeit this one's in 308. It's a lot cheaper. But same, only better. That being said, Osvotic and Tompkins assuming the roles of gunner and assist, respectively. Open the can, don't load the belt in there. And y'all in the back up, give them a little bit of room. Go ahead.
Who's gunner, who's assistant?
Osvotic, your gunner, Tompkins, your assist.
Yes, sir. So, wait, what'd you say?
Open the can, open the top, and be ready to load. Just don't put the belt in there. I see, I grabbed the wrong can. Lovely. So, for this, yeah, just leave the top cover open.
The other can in there.
Everybody circle around, make sure you can look into this and see it. Get close.
The other can in there?
No, I don't have another can on me. Left the other ones at home. So, as you can see, ideally, all these plastic used blanks would be in the cloth belt like this. This one is a little short, but usually they're cut to about 50 rounds for reenacting purposes. Typically, they were 250 round belts, and that's how they were used. One belt per can, easy peasy, wipe your hands, done. For reenacting purposes, they're cut down, at least we use cut down ones, 50 rounds or so, to give the assistant gunner something to do. Because we're not firing 4, 5, 6,000 rounds through this thing in a single battle. Unfortunate. We could, I guess, but we're not right now. So, with the 50 round shorter belts, it makes it a lot more interactive for both the gunner and the assist. Deegan, what's the role of the assistant gunner in this case right here?
Well, he helps load the weapon, but he's also helping look out for targets on the
Absolutely.
in front of us.
So the assistant gunner has multiple jobs. Because of the nature of reenacting, we've taken, again, some liberties. We've kind of condensed the 5-man squad down to a 4-man squad. The remaining 4 have taken on responsibilities of that 5th member, that 5th member being the squad lead, which isn't necessarily there all the time. So, that being said, as Deegan so lovely pointed out, the assistant is going to act as the eyes for the gunner. The gunner has a fire mission. Who knows what a fire mission is?
It's a mission to fire.
A little bit more specific.
A fire mission is going near or into enemy territory, and your objective is, I'm going to put it very bluntly, to F up some shit.
Kind of. It can be a number of things. As far as, okay, your fire mission is to fire on that house until infantry advances close enough to breach inside and clear it. That could be a fire mission. Or there's krauts all the way down at the end of the road here. Keep their heads pinned down so infantry can advance. That's another fire mission. Things like that. It can be various things, but broadly speaking, it is your current objective when firing the gun. Jack, what is the gunner's responsibility here?
Hose down the krauts where the assistant tells him.
Yeah, pretty much. Gunner has the easiest job, arguably. Heaviest job, but easiest. Jack, how much does that gun weigh? Just the gun.
Probably about 30, right? By
Yeah,
itself?
give or take. About 30 pounds. They're heavy. Who here has not held one? Or picked one up or operated it in any capacity?
I'm not sorry.
Perfect. You get the opportunity to learn how to deploy this thing in its entirety. And hopefully, by the end of this short little training here, everybody here will have my trust to operate this in the field. To some capacity. Who do I want? Jay.
You're in there.
When they pack up, you're going to be ammo bearer for this, alright? So, move slow and smooth, smooth as fast, alright? Just for demonstration purposes. I know you guys know how to do this full speed already, but at this point of demonstration, we're going to move slow. You see that stump right about there?
Yes.
Set up to the left side of it. I'm just looking down the road, alright? So, move slow, slower. So, as you guys can see, what they are doing now, the gunner has closed the top, unlocked the tripod, picking up the gun, and preparing to move. You have an ammo carrier. Don't worry about it. No. Ammo carrier. Drop the key. So, with this, see the gunner now has the gun in his hand. The assistant gunner's carrying the tripod. You can carry it a number of ways. There isn't necessarily a prescribed way to do it. Whatever's convenient and easiest for you to move as quickly as possible. I want weapons platoon to be the best platoon, which is why we will continue to get more and more hands-on with these things, so that y'all can practice it, learn it, know it, do it at full speed, reliably. That being said, this is a demonstration. We'll be moving slow. So, y'all advance, everybody with them. So, go ahead, wait for them. Circle around, make sure you get good eyes on this. So now, once they get to their desired point of where they're going to start their fire mission, the assistant gunner will place the tripod. It can be just like that. Literally just making sure that front leg is extended. Gunner comes in, puts the pencil in the hole there. Go come around this side. See this little latch? Y'all can get closer. It won't bite. Up means up. Down means down. Up. Up. Down. Down. Make sense?
Yes.
So if I were to pick it up right now, what would happen?
You take everything with you.
Good. That's a hell of a lot heavier. So, that being said, as soon as they get here, as soon as they get to a, safe-ish position, if the assistant is carrying their own ammo can, sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Just depends on the situation and the staffing of the squad at the time. Usually for reenacting purposes, we try to cycle through about 3 or 4 cans with 250 rounds each and 50 round belts. So you could empty, a belt and a half or whatever in this can. Oh shit! Infantry's moved up. We need to shift fire. So we're here. We need to go over there. Awesome. Empty the gun. Toss the belt in the can. Pick it up. Move it. If the assistant gunner is able to, grab the can. Take it with them. Makes it that much quicker. If not, relies on the assistant gunner. The ammo bearers. We will work on that and coordinating and communicating a little bit later as well as tomorrow. So, that being said, see how, go ahead and, lay down like your assist. So see how they're, get closer, like you like each other. Real close. So, see how they're both prone? Neither of them are standing, sitting, kneeling. This is going to be the most common firing position, as it's a lot easier to see through these iron sights.
Does it also have anything to do with that you would generally be a pretty high priority target?
Yes, these things with their big belts, lots of firepower, are pretty easy targets. So once the Germans figure out where you are, pick it up and move. It's heavy, but ideally by the end of this, we'll be pretty quick at picking this thing up and moving. It's heavy, so, you know, cardio during your off time, maybe a little bit of weight training, couldn't hurt. Let's see here. Jack, go ahead and open that top cover for me. Deegan, hold the belt. So, once they get here, the cans are pretty easy. All of these before battles will be loaded properly, meaning the rounds are facing downrange with this side facing the gun. Notice how there's two different sides? All these latches and levers and stuff, they go towards the gun. So, good enough. So that when you open it, all you have to do is unlatch it, lift this lid, the lid falls off, it's all right. It happens. But then you just grab the belt. Usually there's a few rounds missing, so you have a pull tab, so you can grab it, feed it through here. The gunner then seats the round, closes the top cover.
Want me to?
Yep. Make sure that the top cover lock is engaged. Racks the bolt. Go ahead. Yep, notice how he pulled it back and let it fly home? This bolt weighs probably what, 6 pounds, give or take? Just the bolt of the gun is about 6 pounds. It's a heavy bolt, it's a big gun. So, pulling it back, letting it fly home, that does all the work for you. You do not need to assist that thing. That pulls the round from the belt down into the chamber, ready to fire. As it cycles, it continues to do the same thing over and over, either until you open it up, pull the belt, or you're out of ammo. Another thing with these, Deegan, what is another responsibility of the assistant gunner?
Helping him clear the jams that occur on the weapon.
A little bit louder.
Helping him clear the jams that occur on the weapon.
Yep. And making sure that the belt is properly feeding into the gun. These things are prone to jam. This one's a little bit finicky. I have to do a little bit more work on it, but as is anything. The other, another opportunity to help prevent jams, the gunner can use the pull tab here, pull it tight, not like you're trying to choke it, just pull it taut a little bit, make sure that it's pulling the rounds so that they can be grabbed and pulled from the belt. Any questions on any of this so far?
Sergeant.
Good. So,
if I can I add something?
go right ahead.
In the top latch here, you will see there is, come on, you can see this.
Yeah, make sure you can see this. This is very important.
There is this latch here. Always make sure it's to the far left. If not, you slam this down, it will break the cycling of the gun, and that is very bad and very expensive. So always make sure it's like this, aligned with this here, and then you guide it while holding it down and push that forward. Very important, otherwise you will break it.
Yep. What's the first step in packing this thing up? Open that cover. Yep. Assistant gunner then takes over, grabs the belt, passes it to the can, closes the can, and if you look over or track the bolt, just good enough to where the lid fits on and you can pick the can up without spilling out all the rounds. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, see this pretty good. So when you open it, it's going to turn to this goes up, this goes up, goes there, this goes up, So, once the top cover is open, the belt is pulled out, the belt goes into the can. What's next? Up is up. Remember, gunner picks up the gun, assistant picks up the tripod, and if able, the ammo can, moves to the desired location. What's next? Tripod. Tripod goes first. So, real quick before we set that in. So, with these, they can be finicky. There is a latch there that locks this in place. A lot of gunners, or a lot of assistants in the field, will keep that latch open, to keep the legs spread wide, especially if they're moving in short distances. If we're in full march or a patrol or something, you can keep the legs closed or open, just slung over your back like this. It's great because when you get to your position, all you have to do is drop to a knee and not physically slam it, because if you break it, you buy it. But put it onto the ground just like that, and that force and inertia will carry that front leg fully extended in today's great base to operate this gun. As soon as that tripod is down, gunner then sets the gun down, locks it in place, down is down, opens the top cover. The assistant, while doing this, opens the can, pulls the belt, the next belt, half belt, whatever, places it in there, ensures that it's grabbed by the claw. Gunner then checks to make sure that the feed lever is in the proper position, closes the top cover, locks it in place, and you're ready to fire. Pretty
Just like start carrying it and like usually I'm out.
Pretty quickly.
You won't. Alright, what happens?
Next man up.
Next man up. Somebody, anybody, who's there?
No, I just that was a headshot.
Perfect.
I kicked my head back on.
Alright. So go ahead and pack this thing up like you're on a patrol march. Yep, put that back. Don't be gentle. You gotta pull it. Yeah, pull it.
It's me. It's not gonna play, but you gotta just go for it.
Make sure that feed lever is to the left. Remember? Close it. Push that forward. Make sure that the lip of this, you see how it covers that little latch?
Yeah.
That's locked. Because if I try to pull that open, it's locked.
Okay.
Next is up means up. Yep, just like that. Gun goes up. You're not moving it. You're just patrol. So, best way to transport this thing, at least that I've found, resting it on your shoulders like that. I do have a nice shoulder pad for it for longer patrols and marches and whatnot. Notice how the tripod folds up. A lot easier to store for longer distances like that. Plus, you can carry a can a lot easier. That being said, it takes a little bit longer to deploy. So,
When moving a short distance, it's not exactly practical to pick it up.
No. That's why there's a cloth belt acting as a grip, so you can have two hands on it without burning your hand on the barrel. These get hot. This is only semi-automatic, but you put 250, 400, 500 rounds through this in a couple minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Start recording. Are you recording?